Okay, so I had to go back out and try this again. So if you're watching this, first of all, I need to make sure that, okay, so now that's working. For some reason, the first go around, you could not see me on Facebook. You could only see some pink something or other, okay? So I'll give you all a moment to get back on, and then we will get on with the content. All right. So when you pop on, let me know who you are and where you're from so I can say good morning to you. And if you're watching this on a recording, feel free to skip ahead about a minute or so to get to the content. And yeah, so we'll get started here in just a moment. So let me know who you are and where you're from, and we'll get going. And I need to also make sure you can hear me okay. So if you can hear me okay, let me know. Okay, so I think we're good to go. I think there's a delay here. Okay. All right. So I think we're good. Okay. So first of all, I just want to say good morning and welcome. My name is Lysandra Everett, and I am your host. I'm here Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. When you tune into my show, you're going to hear about various topics. You're mainly going to hear about tax topics, as I am a tax professional, and I spend a lot of my time talking about tax topics, but we're also going to be talking about business principles and leadership, and also wealth principles as well. So let's get started. First of all, the information I share with you here is for presentation purposes only. Please consult your own tax professional regarding your personal tax situation, as everybody's is different, okay? So the information I give you here is general information, and everybody's tax situation is different. So that's why you really need to consult your personal tax professional for a consultation. All right, so we got to avoid the debt cancellation tax surprise with the 1099-C. So what's going on? I see a lot of credit repair people popping up. Yay for credit repair, okay? And but I'm also seeing people, basically throwing up pom-poms, woohoo, getting debts canceled and everything. So here's the thing that you need to know. You may get a 1099-C in the mail. What is a 1099-C? A 1099-C is a document issued by a bank that says that you have settled a debt in some kind of way. So you may have negotiated with your credit card company to pay less than what you owe. You could have been you could have gone through a foreclosure. You may also get a 1099-C. But what you have to understand is that there may be tax consequences along with credit consequences, okay? So what you want to do is you need to understand what that 1099-C is going to say and how it's going to affect you. A lender has to issue a 1099-C if they settle or cancel a debt for $600 or more. Does that sound familiar? It's like the 1099 miscellaneous. If you have earned more than $600, then you should receive a 1099 miscellaneous. If you have paid more than one, if you have paid one contractor, one individual more than $600, you have to issue a 1099 miscellaneous. Well, this is the credit version of that, all right? This is the loan version where the lender has to issue a 1099-C for accounts that were settled for $600 or more. All right, so here's the thing. Let's talk about why you would get a 1099-C. So there's four main reasons. Number one, you settle the debt for what you originally owed, and the creditor picked up the remaining balance, called debt forgiveness. Okay, that's number one. Number two is you have not paid on that debt for at least 3 years, and there has been no collection activity for the past year. So 3 years and no collection activity. Your home was foreclosed on, and your deficiency, the difference between what you owed and the value of the home, was forgiven, or you haven't paid it, Or number 4, your home was sold on a short sale and you made a deal with your lender to pay less than what was due. So those are the 4 main reasons right now that people are getting 1099-Cs. But what does that look like? All right. Let's say that you had a car loan and you may have lost your job right now. So you may have settled on that car loan for less than what you owe. But here's the thing that you have to be aware of. Depending on the code that is issued on the 1099-C will depend on your tax consequences. So again, you need to be familiar with what happens. Publication 4681 on the IRS website is something that you need to be familiar with if you're going through this debt cancellation thing, okay? Because what happens is that depending on the code or how the debt was settled, the amount that was settled can be counted as taxable income for you. All right. So what does that mean? Again, let's talk about this car loan. Let's say that you had a $20,000 remaining balance and you settled for $500. Okay, well then that remaining $19,500 can be counted as taxable income for you. So come tax time, you're going to get this 1099-C and you may have $19,500 of additional income showing that you will have to pay taxes on. The amount of tax will depend on your tax bracket. Okay, so yeah, it's great to say, woohoo, I settled this debt. You know, I owe $20,000. I only had to pay $500. That sounds great. However, there could be the tax consequences where come tax time and you file that 1099-C that you have to show this additional income and pay taxes on that. So while you might not owe the company, you might wind up having a tax liability because of this debt. So you've got to be prepared for that. All right. Now, how do you know? Box 6 on the 1099-C will tell you, what the code is, how the tax treatment is going to happen. So again, in the case of a foreclosure, if you've gone through a foreclosure, 9 times out of 10, that is not going to be counted as income, but credit cards, car loans, those types of things, that can be considered as income. So when you're going through this debt cancellation process, you get this 1099-C. You need to understand that now, even though you don't owe that lender, there's going to be some tax consequences and you may have a tax liability with the IRS and then you have to pay that. How does that look? Where you might be expecting a $5,000 refund, that refund might be wiped out because of this additional income, where you might have actually wind up owing at tax time versus getting a refund. So what you need to do, the smart thing for you to do is to, when you're going through this debt cancellation process, is to ask this lender, how is that going to be reported? If they're going to report a 1099-C and that's going to show as additional income, then you need to start planning ahead of time to be able to cover the taxes on that income, instead of getting a surprise at tax time. Okay. So yeah, like I said, it's great that that the debt is wiped out, but you can still have some tax consequences. Again, the publication, let me put this on here, get my publication 4681 at irs.gov. Okay. So publication 4681 at irs.gov. If you you can Google it or go to the IRS website. If you've gone through this debt cancellation process, then this is a publication that you need to get familiar with, and that you need to contact that lender to see how that's going to be reported if it's for $600 or more. Okay, so you definitely got to do that so that you can be prepared. Okay, that's what we're talking about. We're all about being prepared, not surprised. Okay, so what's going on? Okay, Q2 estimated tax payments are due June 15th. Okay, so if you have estimated tax payments, your quarter 2 is due on June 15th. That's not too far away. Starting June 5th, Starting June 5th, I'll be broadcasting live from my fan page. So let me put that up here. So make sure you like my fan page so you don't miss anything. Home Biz Tax Lady. There you are, because I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, and you can find my fan page there. To like my fan page, there's going to be some excellent stuff coming up in the next month or so. And I think that's about it. So if you've got any questions or anything, make sure to inbox me to get those answered, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. And you know what? That's it for me. So I hope this helps you out. Make sure you share it if you do, especially if you've got somebody going through a debt cancellation process. This will be a good broadcast for them to hear. Okay, so that's it for me, you guys. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.